Are your clients qualified to actually work with you? That's my question. And that's the topic about this live. Inspired by my post from today, inspired by the gate 59 completes my gate 6, which is mutative energy. So a lot of friction, a lot of heat, a lot of hot topics, and a lot of very triggering questions that you might want to ask yourself. Hello, who is watching live? Say hello in the comments. How are you feeling? I kind of love my hair. Love this little place here in the sunset. Hi, Lisa. Hello. So there's my garden. The gardeners were there. Everything is kind of beautiful, clean, like projectors love it. And I'm spontaneous with this live. I'm not thinking anymore about announcing it and setting times. That just messes up with my energy. And so I'm just pressing live and know and trust that the right woman gonna be here, either live or with the replay. And there astoundingly a lot of people of you are here live. Hi Charlotte, Sarah is here, Money Club members in the house. I'm super excited. Lisa is here too. So I felt like I want to express this, what I want to talk about today, because I got inspired by my own post. So if you have not read my post today, not only if you're a projector in general, every coach has to ask yourself, if you're a coach, if you're a mentor, if you're working with clients, also if you have a product, you got to ask yourself, are your clients actually qualified to work with you? But in particular, projectors, we take in the energy, the aura, the life force of everyone we are with and become them. We absorb them. We only observe by absorbing. Do you actually know? If you let me know in the comments, if you're watching the replay, let me know if you're a projector. Understanding how our aura and the mechanics work is crucial for our health, for our life force. And when it comes to business, there is not only a monetary exchange required, but the energy exchange, actual energy exchange, who you take in, literally, who you take on your client roster, impacts your health, vitality, energy flow. And so I am now feeling a strong shift into cleaning up my space, cleaning up the woman in my field, not my current clients, not everyone who is kind of behind the scenes, but more of the standard who comes in, because I elevated, I'm growing, I'm evolving, I'm aligning, I'm working through my things over and over and over again. And even just by observing who is in my list of followers, who watches my story every day, I observe, and I, with a glimpse of an eye, take in this person's energy and kind of get a taste, a touch, a feeling. And I have my strongest sense is touch. Do you know your sense, your strongest sense in your chart? These deeper things to know about your chart are actually supporting and impacting your entire, how your energy runs. So as I'm going through my life, and when touch is the biggest indicator that informs my authority, does this feel good? And I always know one-on-one feels better. One-on-one feels best as a projector. I can absorb, I can be so present. So I am shifting everything that I do to mentorship, to be present, to look at my clients' charts in any container that is possible for that. So I'm working on this to shift it into higher touch, that it feels good for me. inner vision, touch. Okay. So understanding that you observe and you take in the world more through this sense than through your eyes. The information that we take in on that level is way more important. And so I'm voicing these things now out because I feel like a lot of heat and friction coming up in me. And I'm not feeling kind of I get bitter and I gotta set boundaries. It's more like a flirty energy because we're approaching the new moon, and this gate 59 is about femme fatale. It is about sexual energy. It's about flirting. So who do we want to flirt with? Especially as women, right? We don't want just any men to have sex with. No. This is about a match, energetic match. And so your sense is what then qualifies the other, whether it's a man or a woman, to come into your aura. If you're a sacral as well, like what your aura magnetizes to you is what you respond to. So what is it that you want to respond to? What is it that you want to be activated by if you're a manifester? And this energy currently, and you can see it right away. My G center goes like, oh, we're going to take on the identity a little bit more sexy and the longer earrings and more jewelry and more, plumpy, feminine, but very seductive energy. So we choose our clients. We choose who chooses us. And so when I make invitations, thank you, sweetheart. When I make invitations about, you can join my world through this and this and this, I'm like, this is a general, it is just a statement. And actually, I got to remind myself as well, it's like the energetic application comes through you, as you observing me, you watching me. And then you maybe reach out, and then I choose, are you qualified to come into my world? And that might trigger you now, and that's good. I'm expressing this, and what I'm changing in my world is for you more than for me. I'm tribal, and I have the tribal channel, and so everything that I do and step into my leadership is for the tribe, is for my tribe to elevate. So if that triggers you, it should inspire you to reflect yourself, because then it actually brings up a people-pleasing pattern. But I have to be open for any client, and I need the money, and oh my God, now she kind of rejects me. Yeah, maybe you want to step it up a little bit. Maybe you are ready for going all in and not just watching from the sidelines. Maybe this is what you are tiptoeing around. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just projecting here. Just a projector projecting what I see and observe. And then my desire motivation is, what do I want? How do I want to feel? I want high touch. I always feel best in the environment of luxury, high class, silk fabrics, customized programs. That's why I choose one-on-one for me, because it is, and that's why I fly first class. This is what I adore and admire when I go into a concierge service with a hotel. This is touch cognition. The fabric, the softness of cashmere instead of a wool pullover. Think about your clients of cashmere or wool. What do you prefer? Both is an investment. You pay also by letting them pay you. Let this sink in for a moment. So what is it, the money that you pay? The opportunity costs when you work with a not fully aligned client. So, for example, how do we then filter out the right ones? Is by expressing our desires And also holding yourself to that standard yourself. If you want clients who join your world, sign up with you, and not just watch your free stuff, which quality of client are you? Self-check. Integrity. That maybe stings a little bit. I got stung by a wasp on Sunday, actually. And I was talking with my mentor, and that is kind of the poison of the wasp clears and is actually medicine. So gate 6 has a lot to do with friction, with Liz. I lean back and I just project and I let you come. You got to rise to your next level. This is already 2027 energy of self-empowerment, the empowerment of yourself, and you empower with you getting more into your power. You empower your clients to meet you there. So I'm sitting with a decision that is already made, but not fully executed. And it is to really be in integrity with the embodied projector. And also being a role model for any other type, to raise your bar about what you give for free, who you allow into your energy field in your private life, because I teach a lot about lifestyle. There's no separation. It's a business lifestyle that I help to create my clients and myself included. So who do you allow into your penta, which is the closest of 5 people that impact your life force? How you feel, what you think, what choices you make. This is what manifests in your life. So if you're not there where you want to be, don't point fingers at someone else. It's you have the control. It's your control every day to choose to rise the fuck up, hold yourself to a higher standard, raise the prices, go and invest finally instead of just watching free stuff over and over again. Like, what is that for of a standard that we represent as women? That's not woman's standard. That is needy energy of our mothers maybe, or good girls, not asking for more, being content with what you have, holding yourself back and your desires, pushing them down. Don't be too sexy. Don't have too much cleavage. Don't show too much of your legs. Like my skirt is very short. When I go to my parents' house, my mom would say, "You cannot leave the house with this skirt." Do you know where this is coming from in your life? This voice? And then look at your bank account. And look at the things that you don't allow yourself to have. The mentors you don't allow yourself to hire. And I actually thinking of, okay, where do I still feed poverty patterns of my audience? And so I have a big responsibility for what I put out here. And I know just going live and whatever comes out of my mouth as a line 2, as a role model with the level that I'm at, is value. I don't have to think about your pain points. I don't have to think about what I sell. This is new paradigm. This is just me being in my alignment, is broadcasting something that mechanically impacts your aura and changes you on a cellular level. That's the true shit of human design. And not just, oh, this is my type, and this is this, and this is this. This is what really is going on. And not really so many are talking about this, and especially projectors are like, oh, there is still this, yeah, I'm a projector, ha, ha, and still you turn around and kind of do the same shit like generators and trying to initiate like manifestors, have no fucking clue how to be a projector. And over the next month, 6 to 12 months, a lot of projectors will be burning out. But what we have to do is we have to lead, because not many are able to do what we can. However, I cannot support anyone in my audience who comes into my field with what I do to stay at the level that you are and play below your potential that I see. Give you an example. I want to create a mission of women who want to step it up, to shake up this industry, to leave an energetic imprint, to make tons of money by expressing her gifts and expressing your vision and expressing what you see and how you can help people and the amazing genius you are. And creating a stage and being seen in that, in your way, not my way, not other coaches' way, your unique way. And the only thing is you got to fully have this confidence and the self-love and self-affirmation and self-worth to do what the fuck you want. And confidence is self-love to the highest. Confidence on a cellular level can seem aloof, like a line 6. Lean back. I'm like, I have nothing. Thank you, Liana. Beautiful. I'm talking about confidence and self-love, and boom, my soul sister, Lena, not Liana, Lena, shows up. Sorry to pronounce, I'm not having pronounced your name correctly. Thank you. I cut my hair. Although I saw your long hair the other day, I'm like, oh, I wish I had her hair. Bride to be, you're so pretty. And when we talk about you're the queen of manifesting love with your beautiful husband, and this is the thing, if we are not in love and fully certain in who we are and knowing ourselves in also our vulnerabilities and weaknesses in our not self in human design, because the not self is running the business, the not self is out there seeking for love and attention and being seen and being kind of defined by the money that we make, the house we have, even the looks. I mean, this looks pretty and put together. I love doing that. This is kind of my affirmation and my way to see myself as a projector. But I also have days where I'm like, I'm feeling like crap today, but I still love myself because I know what I got to do to feel better and not allow my negative self-talk talk me out of a good feeling. But coming back to what I put out here, you know, that's motivational and inspirational and being the role model. I ask myself, when it comes to the qualification, does it actually land what I'm talking about? Does it actually land for you? I mean, you understand it with your mind, but when we talk about the mechanics of what I'm expressing, then the true work of human design can only be expressed through voice. Even written words are not that impactful, because when we talk about cellular recoding, then it is about the frequencies, the electric frequencies that come across with the voice. And I have this vision, the desire. I want, you hear me talking a lot about I want. My defined heart goes ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. You know, it is this making an impact, moving woman into her highest self-expression. So being so confident that you do not accept the opinion of someone else about you more than what you feel is true. Like, it is so astounding for me how quickly you allow your family, your partner, your friends, even strangers on the internet, comments or whatever, you accept this as truth about yourself, and then you add a shit ton of stories to it and make a drama out of it, instead of going like, lotus effect, walk, I don't even listen to that. That is not part of my reality. And this is like the level of rejection from myself that I got into my healthy ego, rejecting of like, I just say no and no and no. And if people reject me in terms of not approve and not are on board with what I say, in Germany you would say if that happens, or if in China a sack of rice falls over, nobody gives a fuck. Do you know this German saying? Ob in China ein Sack Reis vom Feld oder derjenige irgendwas über mich sagt oder not agreed. I don't give a fuck. So the level that I'm at right now, where I'm sitting with, is this what I'm doing actually landing? Because it only lands if I see people taking action, doing something with it. And in my context of the business, my clients, where it really lands, because then there is the energetic agreement there, they change their lives, and it is life proof. So if it lands, the free stuff, maybe. But how I really know that it lands is when there's an investment, when there is an agreement. This is when we go into 2027, will be the only thing to have a bargain. This is just fun stuff here. This is just me projecting out and creating spaces for recognition. And still there is the conditioning of this industry that this is adding value and this will help you gain clients. I say I know. Not the aligned ones, because the aligned and the matching ones are the ones who not stick with your free stuff. And you always have to turn it also on you. Like, what am I actually doing here? Self-awareness. Look outside, beam out. Like, what am I actually doing all day? Am I in integrity with what I want my clients to do? Am I really saying, I want this goal, I want this big business, I want to be the woman who changes people's lives, and then I'm like, me. A woman who wants to really be on the big screen and leave a legacy. This is what I want. I want this movement for women. I want to open my phone and be impressed by women that I see stepping out of the box and not looking same in this whole online space. But this is all the little girl energy. It's the good girl energy. Oh, I'm just doing everything right. I'm doing everything right because I'm kind of not ruffle feathers, huh? So there's the thing. Like, I don't want to feed not self patterns. So I want woman energy that I absorb as a projector. If I want woman energy, when I open my phone, when I look who watches my stories, and even here, when I look, usually nobody is doing that, right? But when I pull down and see who is now here on this live stream and hasn't even said hello, you feel uncomfortable, right? Because this is the projector piercing aura. I do that shit. I pull down and I look at people's names, and my defined head reminds that. And I say, let's have a little bit more energetic etiquette. If we were sitting here all in my beautiful garden, we would say hello. We would say, how are you? Nice to see you. So interesting what you're saying. And I'm so sad. I'm like, why is that not possible online? And I'm projecting that out, not to call anyone out, but to leave this on the table with women who also take their role as leaders and way showers and role models seriously. And so someone has to take one for the team. It's always me. It's always my defined heart, and talk about it. Because I have no shame in the game if you think, oh, who is this bitch talking about this? Like, someone has to say it, right? And I'm not judging anyone. I'm just talking about the standards that we're at, and it will get worse. Hi, Nicole. I love you. See, Lena, I want to talk. Lena, I would love to do a live stream with you together. This is just me now sending out and giving you an invitation here. Um, in the context of also relationships in general, right? If we want kind of like the man and we want to be like, yeah, I have so much to say and I just get chills because like women have to be women, but also in an empowered way where like I just want to talk about these things without getting emotional, without having shame around this. Now I have talked about it. Now Nicole said hi, and please do not feel ashamed or judge. I never judge. I have no zero judgment, not anymore, because I'm not in my bitterness, because I'm not codependent, because I just leave it at the table and I talk to you as a adult, as a woman who doesn't feel like, oh my God, I did something wrong. No, you did nothing wrong, but it's just self-awareness. We're just in these damn patterns of, oh, I just opened my phone. Oh, she's live. Let's just check in. What is she saying? It's like TV, but no, this is social media. Being social. It's not Netflix. I've never watched Netflix in my life. Maybe I'm the only person in this Western world, and I'm proud of it. Because I don't consume anything of that. But I have to remind myself that people are overstuffed with these things. And so that's why I'm like, oh, Christina neither. Yay. Let's talk about it. More self-awareness. And I'm like, oh yeah, amazing. Let's change this. Okay? And so what I'm actually, I love it. Yes, I call it energetic etiquette. You know? Energetic etiquette is like an energy cleanup. And I also do a cleanup. Maybe you don't like this, but this is what I do and it feels good to me. So I trust my intuition. And I did my inner work around, do I feel bitter? Do I feel resentment? Do I have expectations? No. I changed and did my work over the last years from expectations to anyone but myself. Because I'm in control only what I can do, right? Not expectations to anyone else, but I can set standards and do every day my work to hold myself to it. So what I also do when I, as a projector, take in every energy with a glimpse that I see. I go into your account, I see it. Like I see this little bubble of a person. I have a physical response at this point because I received so much information in a glimpse. It sounds woo-woo, but it is what it is. And if there are people in my world that I know that what I do every day on that level, it doesn't land, they just watch me. It's like a ginger fix every day, but it does not change anything. Then I do I do clean up those people and they leave my world. That means very practically I block and say goodbye and bless them, but I don't feed those patterns. Because there's so many options to join my world to get the real change, because then when you are invested, we all know that you cannot just date around and somehow wish that a guy marries you. At some point you have to get into a serious relationship, right? And so when we are invested, our interest, our openness, our whole energy, there is an energetic cord, that an energetic relationship. And so with this new offerings that I'm currently working on, I'm sitting on a very different approach to that because I do it for my audience to raise everyone together and not just push out even more, even higher level free content. So instead of doing a free masterclass, for example, I'm kind of curious in terms of, okay, if I charge for this free masterclass, and I already made that decision, to have a certain investment going with it, who filters itself out? Who is not qualified for it? Because only if your clients make an empowered decision themselves, they are qualified for your work. specifically for projectors, very important, but any type. If a man does not make a certain effort, decision, full on yes to be in that relationship, there's always this half foot in, half foot out, no clear boundaries, nothing real. Like, are we just dating? Are we in a serious relationship? You know, in Germany this is a little bit different, but I know by now that the Americans are even more into that. So for me, defined heart is like, let's make a commitment, let's make a contract, let's make a bargain, a deal. I always love good deals, even if it's just let's meet at 3 p.m., whatever. I mean, we can go with flow if that's the agreement as well, right? But let's clear and German directness and like let's that is it. And so I'm thinking of what is actually happening with the integrity and this really who has some skin in the game about not about me. It's always a reflection, a projection, what I'm doing about yourself. So I want this, I want the leap, I want the next level, I want to learn more about design. Elena, I'm gonna message you. We're gonna put something together. That would be fun. Have a great day with your parents. You know, ask yourself, how much are you invested in your own vision, in your own desires? Do you back yourself with your decisions? And who do you allow in your world who's not a match for actually what you want? And then take action. Take action. Raise the bar, but also do your part. Do your part. Step it up a notch. Like, this is woman energy now. It's not this, oh yeah, one day and I just stay with this half foot in. There's no being half pregnant. Either you are or not. You know? So, even things like my Insta stories, I feel like I'm holding myself back. I want to express myself more, but I also want the other side to be invested, that it lands. And so things like the close friends list suddenly came up. I'm like, ooh, we can play around with that, with a little more intimacy, a little more truth talk, a little more behind the scenes. Christina and I, we were talking about it. Yeah. Hi, Kelly. Good to see you. So what my desire is to create a community with women who walk that talk, who are invested, who are ready to put skin in the game and step it up, energetically, financially, relationship-wise, health-wise, impact, confidence. And that means for me, for my decision is I cannot feed not self patterns of anyone in my world, not from my clients, I know that, but also not here in this little box for free. So the close friends list maybe come up, and then I will put more things on there, and everyone who is in there is in. This is like, I had the vision, everything. Hi, Katarina. I love it that everyone who knows me now says hi when you come on my live stream. I had the conversation at the beginning. Mwah, I love it. So my mission, my vision is really to create this movement of badass, bold women walking it. But the actions have to speak. Thank you, Elisa. The actions have to speak for itself. So everyone who is in my world, whether it's the Money Club, the HD Lounge, or my private clients, you're safe. Okay? You're totally safe. And everything is what is free here will change, and I'm excited for it, because then we can all together rise even more. So when there's a close friends list, I can unleash even more because it lands differently, because there's a different energetic. For a projector, there is then a energetic cellular exchange. as an agreement. I'm in. I come. I receive, and you will receive it differently because my frequency is then different, and that excites me. And then I'm not anymore feeding actually patterns of, oh, Ginger goes live, amazing, I can plug in, da da da, and then I can watch the replay later. No, no, prioritizing your growth and prioritizing your, like, it is all about self-awareness and intentionality. And the world and the chaos and the buzz and the energy will be even more intense. So who you surround yourself with, where do you have a place? Let me share in the comments. So if I were creating this inner circle, would you join even if it costs money? Yeah, this is always this. When there's a price tag on it, most people are not qualified for it. And even if it's, I don't know, 88, 44, like small things. And I do this not for me. It's not about the money. The money is just a game, a tool to do it for you, to pull up what your blocks are around money. This is all my design is, to get you unfucked around money, about to get you in your highest relationship with money, to get you in your highest self-expression and your confidence and your self-worth around it, to self-market your value at a level for the price that you are worthy of receiving. But you know what? This cannot happen on free stuff. And we both know that, right? So I am so pumped for these new offerings that are coming that create a home for big, bold women. Bold in your way. That can be just very leaned back, very elegant, and very sophisticated. Let's see it this way, especially projectors, right? It's not louder, but it's more embodied. It's more leaned back. It's more unattached by what everyone else is saying, and just giving the attention to priorities about you, your family, your vision, your business, the impact that you want to make. So I will have new, totally new, very deeply anchored in human design offerings coming. You even see it, it's offerings, it's not offers. It's very high touch. As I said, my high sense is touch. And I see it as a cashmere versus wool pullover. Yeah, we go cashmere, we go 5-star, we go highest level 5-star luxury experience in for every like the standard is that, and it doesn't mean that the price is always that. Even 111 we amp it up, and Christina is helping me for it. So also the way how I am going to invite you into it will change. So there might be just a sales page again where everything is clean and clear, and you could decide. I don't have to convince the woman who joins my world anymore. We talk woman and woman. Yes, Katarina, exactly. And I changed so much since we met, Katarina. You have changed, I have changed. I feel like a totally different woman. And even last year, I remember, I will pull up later a story on my, maybe I'm gonna do a reel. Like it changed. Alignment is time collapsing. It changes so much. And it is so important that we have a home, that a home base, that we can know that these are women who walk with us. Not to hold us, but in those moments where I feel like, fuck, there's so much going on, I need to talk it out. Can you just remind me of how cool I am? And kind of sometimes we all need this reminder. And I feel like I'm missing this in this online space for especially those women who are ahead of time, who are talking about things that nobody's talking and stepped out of the money game. I do not want to be honest, I'm bored by opening my phone and everybody is just celebrating money wins of their clients and defining their mentorship over money wins of clients. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about the money. I'm a defined heart. I love money. But for me, money is so natural that it's like brushing my teeth. And I don't go online and tell everyone 3 times, 4 times a day that I brush my teeth. You know what I'm saying? So, these new offerings are so next level in terms of the impact and the context through the human design that I gave myself time to curate them, and now I'm about to just put it out there and talk from this very mature, sophisticated way. I don't need to have a free masterclass to get everyone in and hyped up and everybody, and it does not land. I'm like, let's talk about this. This is your opportunity, and you have to make the decision. You qualify yourself for it. Because we will go into your world when you do and do the same for your clients, and this will be the game changer, because then the ripple effect is so felt, and you will attract really mature clients that feel so good to work with. And then it's the quantity, not anymore, it's the quality. You feel me on that? And so it's such a game changer, and I can tell you it took me really inner work to step out of this old paradigm. And I'm not talking new paradigm, old paradigm. I mean programming of you're only a good coach if you make this money, and you talk about the money, and you have this and you change that. And for me, this is now so much more about also the impact that you all make for this whole generation, for your kids, for your children, but most importantly for the woman that we stand for. When I even see women in my world closest to me and my family, even it's like there's is so much little girl and good girl energy. It makes me sad. And so really this, I see it like this amazing, like look at these icons like Coco Chanel, or like all these fashion icons that I'm studying and I'm so impressed by. They created empires in a time where just men were allowed to sit at the table and to vote and all that, and they went all against the odds, but they stood their woman. They were not these scared little girls. Yeah, and I'm talking, if this lands for you, if you feel like this is woman energy of not proving anything, of not seeking the love of daddy through a client's payment is, I had this saying this morning that I have been there. That's why I can talk so naturally and non-attached about it and not judgmental, and that's why I understand every woman here, because I've been there. And every payment of a client was like a sugar daddy telling me I love you. It was disgusting. And it's the not self that we all have inside. And so, like Lisa said, no more free stuff. No. The level that I do in my free content, and I love giving for free, to express myself, not to chase clients, just to express myself, because I have important things to say, and I know you too, and the world needs to hear that. And at some point, having a personal brand is the only way to go. So that means they want to get to know you as a person, and this is more than just selling stuff, right? So if this really lands for you, and now I gotta close it because I have a call with my mentor, I will join me on the things that I have coming up. And if you're interested in what this is, just send me a message and we can talk what actually you need, because the things that I will create are not anymore, this is what I create and you gotta see if it fits for you. No, it's highly customized. This is like haute couture. This is customized for where you are at in your alignment, in the embodiment of your design, in your business, also in the context of your lifestyle. Because what one thing is for a single woman in her 20s I work with looks totally different then the desire of support and mentorship and business impact and growth for a mother with children and other businesses and whatever your value and priorities are. See the difference? So I really sat down over the last weeks and curated offerings that are highly high touch, customized, personalized, individualized for you, for the woman, for the leader, for the mentor, for the pave maker who wants to change the world in your context. Because this is what human design is. It's the differentiation. We cannot put offers out there anymore that are a one size fits all. Even if they teach energetics and, personal empowerment, whatever, it's still not, it still tries to fit everyone in the same model. And I created a couple of things that are so customized. And actually, I got inspired by my own yoga practice. How and why, I will not share now. I will share in a bigger way because I want to take more time, and I'm now closing this off. But this feels so me, and this feels so unique, and I have not talked to my mentors about it. I have not looked into this industry to be inspired by anyone. And it is our, yes, yeah, and I will share more because this is actually what I know you will want for your business too. To have the freedom to work very individualized with your clients. And I'm going to tell you that your business model, your business structure is your innate structure of your aura. This is the quantum business model. And it looks different for everyone. But the way to create it is the method that I have put together. And I already did that for a couple of my clients, and it is so liberating, it's so freeing, and it is finally that what you have always been looking for. I'm very excited for all of us to experience that. So keep an eye on my stories, engage on my stories, or come to my DMs and we have a conversation. I'm very open, very leaned back. Like, it is a good time at the moment to put new things out there, and I'm very excited for everyone, every woman and men who are watching this. But we're not talking to little girls or little boys who are ready for this work. Thank you for listening, for being here. It was amazing to talk to you. And I will see you soon, very soon. Bye.